After the death of Spartacus in 71 BC, the slave movement had finally come to an end. Pompey and Crassus were on their way back to Rome. Crassus and his army tried everything to somehow get back in time, but it was too late. The historians have described the scenario in a way interesting manner. Crassus and Caesar were finally there. To their surprise, people of Rome were partying. The streets were covered with banners, and lips were loudly uttering "Long live Pompey." If you could little exaggerate the condition of Crassus, it would be like someone who was little ago everything and now has nothing. Crassus sneaked into Curia Julia, the grand palace, deliberately proclaimed that he has defeated Spartacus, but no one was ready to believe in him. Pompey now was quite near to becoming the consul. Rome was about to be dragged into another horrible civil war. This time Crassus, the wealthiest man alive, and Pompey, the military genius, were against each other. Both had an enormous influence in the Senate. Almost half of senators were on both sides. Who could know that none of them would be chosen? But an unknown figure will seize everything in the coming days. His name is Gauis, Julius Caesar. Caesar was not just a genius of wars, but he had a sharp mind too, especially in shaping Roman politics. He somehow managed to convince both Pompey and Crassus that they both should opt him the consul upon condition that he will pass every possible legislation that benefited both of them, including land distribution among the veterans of Pompey. In fact, he offered them to run the state behind the curtains. All he wanted was to be crowned as the consul of Great Senate. Moreover, whenever they willed, he would immediately resign from the position. This turned out to be a lucrative offer that both Pompey and Crassus could not ignore. Thus, Caesar out of nowhere became Rome's most powerful man in the year 60 BCE. Becoming consul during that period of time was like becoming a president today, the most powerful political slot. For next 1 year, Caesar would retain the slot of consulship. As he sought to once again get elected, Pompey and Crassus finally decided to get rid of him. With all the members of Senate against him, Caesar could not retain the title. He was appointed as the governor far away from the Rome, close to Gaul. Gaul constituted modern-day France, parts of Belgium, Germany, and northern Italy. Rome's biggest challenge of that time was to annex Gaul into Roman Republic. Gaul was inhabited by Celtic tribes that were independent in their affairs. Caesar realized if he wanted Rome, he had to conquer this new world. He was ready to put everything from everywhere into this history-making expedition. This would mark the beginning of world's greatest military campaigns, ready to change the shape of history. Gallic wars lasted for about 8 years, from 58 to 50 BC, that ended with a decisive Roman victory over the entire Gaul under the command of Julius Caesar. This resulted in massive shift in power dynamics. Both Pompey and Crassus now started fearing the power Caesar had seized. Crassus, to counter Caesar, led an army towards east, ready to invade Parthia. While Pompey stayed at Rome, deeply concerned about his future. If you want to know more about what proceeded next in this battle for seizing power and getting rid of one another, stay tuned till the next episode. Thanks for watching.